Welcome back to our channel. Let's learn something new today. Have you ever looked at the clock wondering when your friend will arrive at your party? Have you ever made a new recipe or bought items at a store? If you said yes to any of those questions, you use math. Math is always with us, even when we don't notice it. Do you wonder how we use math in these situations? In this video, I'll be going over some examples where math is used in our daily lives. Imagine that you just bought food at a supermarket. You bought milk, cereal, cookies, coffee, and candy. You want to buy more items, but you remember that you only brought $30. Before checking out, you want to make sure that you have enough money to buy all these items. What is the total amount of money you are going to spend? Pause the video and try finding out the total amount of money. If you got $14.82 as your answer, you are correct. This also means that you are able to buy more items. After leaving the supermarket, you want to buy your friend a new notebook that costs $10. Pause the video to try to solve how much money you have left. If you got $5.18 as your answer, then you are correct. In this situation, we use math many times. We use math to calculate how much money you are going to spend and how much money you have left. Let's move on to the next example. Imagine that it's your birthday and you're at home waiting for your friend to arrive. The time right now is 10 o'clock. You remember your friend saying that he will be here 4 hours later. Pause the video and try to solve what time your friend will be arriving. If your answer is 2 o'clock, then you are correct. As you can see, we also use math to calculate time even when we don't realize it. You just bought some new ingredients to make chocolate chip cookies. You open up the recipe book to start baking. How is math used when you cook or bake? As you can see in this recipe book, the amounts are in fractions. You will need to learn how fractions work in order to put in the correct amount. Once you put in the correct amount, you will get delicious chocolate chip cookies. Math is also used to help create buildings and structures such as bridges. Imagine that you are driving on a bridge and there are many cars around you. You may be wondering why the bridge is so strong and sturdy. In order to make sure that the bridge is safe and strong, an engineer had to measure the correct height, weight, and angles to keep the bridge standing. There are so many types of bridges: cable-stayed, truss, arc, beam, tied arch, suspension, and cantilever are some examples. Why are there so many types of bridges and how did engineers create them? Well, they used math. Different types of bridges are used at different places. For example, truss or beam bridges are used when there's a river or lake underneath. In order to create so many types of bridges, engineers had to measure out the height, weight, and angles that fit the location of where the bridge will be built. You may not be an engineer, but I'm sure that you have used a ruler to measure it before. Imagine that you're measuring how long a pencil is. You line the ruler up next to the pencil to start counting. When you're using a ruler, you use math to count the number of inches and centimeters. As you can see, we cannot live without math. Math is everywhere around us and we use it every day, even when we don't notice it. I only mentioned a few examples in this video, but there are so many more. Can you think of an example in your life when you use math? Let us know in the comments. See you in the next video.